A traditional Japanese breakfast. I'm going to move into the shadow. Ah, that's better. We have arrived at the Nikko Toshugu shrine, which is the shrine to the Tokugawa family, and also where, if I checked everything correctly, the mausoleum to Ieyasu Tokugawa is, which is apparently a very impressive shrine. Took a bit to get here because we forgot that we planned this stay on Saturday, and Saturday is also a day off for most Japanese, and this is a very popular local tourist location, especially in this period, because this is also sort of the start of the autumn leaves period. So, oops. But let's see what we can see. Check out that interesting old building. I wonder what's inside. Like, it's open on the front, and oh boy, it's a gift shop. Well, we have made it up the stairs. There's more stairs over there, but we'll survive, I think. It's busy, but not oppressively so, I feel. However, it is ridiculously pretty. Like they knew what they were doing when they made this place. Yeah, I know those monkeys. That way. So you learned something about horses in Japan.
Yes, there's apparently horseshoes bring good fortune, because the saying is that horses do not step on people.
See, even horses are better behaved in Japan.
No, I refuse to believe that.
Or just European horses are just absolute jackasses. We have conquered these stairs, which have no handrails. So, hooray! On the other hand, boo!
Ja, nu begint het protselig te worden.
You realize my camera was rolling when you said that.
Maar dat was in Nederlands.
I can translate. This is the Chinese gate. Only the highest ranking officials are allowed through this gate, which is not us. It's never going to be us. Although, given the bars that are here, I don't think anyone is actually high enough level to pass through that gate. Which makes sense. We just climbed 207 steps.
Yep.
And look, there's a vending machine on the top of the hill. Convenient. These things are really everywhere. And there we have it, the burial place of Tokugawa Ieyasu. I just got a bow from an old man. Really cool. Okay, so here's how it happens. Over here, you'll see a little sign that says no shoes, because the red floor behind me means that you don't wear your shoes. And going to the toilet, then the toilets, of course, have tiled floors. So what they do is they have slippers there that you then put on while you're on the toilet. As I entered, there were slippers, they were sort of all around. A bit scattered, and there was a pair close enough for me that I could reach with my long legs, because I have long Dutch legs, so I just reached over. But right behind me was an old man who was like, he was clearly sort of looking like, okay, how do I get to the slipper? So I actually moved to a pair over them to him in such a way that he could step into them, so that got me an arigato. Very cool. And then after we used the toilet, we were actually finished at about the same time. So he was like, "Oh, you can use the wash table." I was like, "No, you go first." And he went first, and then after which he bowed to me, and I bowed back, of course, and continued on our way. But it is sort of a cool interaction that sort of exemplifies life here in Japan, I guess, or not. I don't know. I'm just trying to be as polite and not in their way as I can as a tourist. Okay, so quick recap, because I went into two shrines that were no camera, so no camera allowed. They were very strict on it, so I didn't even try. The first was the main shrine, which was also the sort of place where the Tokugawa shogunate sort of received people, did stuff, all that sort of things. It was very ostentatious, like ridiculously so. And after that, I went to a shrine to the side. I will probably put text beneath it which shrine was which in terms of where I went. The second shrine I went into, there was a short demonstration entirely in Japanese, but it was referred to the Roaring Dragon. And what he did was, I'm sure there's a whole ritual behind it that he explained, but it was in Japanese and I had no translator available. But he smashed two sticks together. But it mattered where in the room he stood, what sort of effect it had. In most rooms, the sound immediately dulled, but there was one spot, if he stood there and he did it, it essentially caused a roaring sound throughout the entire shrine. Linda is suitably impressed by this explanation. After that, I continued on the gift shop. There was also, so the main shrine and this shrine also had a Goshuin, but they also only have stamps. It is obvious that they do actually do the drawing, but only for actual pilgrims, and for tourists they have the stamps available, which makes sense because there are so many tourists showing up here. It is understandable that they're not going to hand paint that for everyone. So yeah, that was sort of interesting. So this was indeed the shrine that had a demonstration of the Roaring Dragon. Almost forgot. When I was sort of in line, the guy knew a little bit of English, and he was like, "Okay, what is your zodiac? What is your Chinese zodiac?" And he directed me to which side I should pray. So I did actually do the 100 yen and did a quick prayer. I didn't really do a wish because I don't have a lot of wishes at the moment. So, but yeah, I did do sort of the when in Rome, do as the Romans do situation. Kind of neat. This candelabra was actually presented by the Dutch government when was it? 1636. Presented to the shrine. So, and apparently, if you light the candles inside, it will start revolving. we are outside the Renoji temple, where currently a special fire ritual is taking place. But again, no cameras, which is entirely understandable. Um, but it is cool that you can actually witness rituals and things like this happening at a respectful distance. Currently, Linda is in line for another Goshuin because this temple also has fancy Goshuin. I think you could fill an entire Goshuin book just at Toshugu Shrine and all the other shrines here, but I suspect this is going to be our last one. And hidden near a parking lot is this amazing garden. Our initial plan was to visit the Toshugu Shrine and then go wandering around the Senjogahara. However, we spent way longer at the Toshugu Shrine than we expected, so afterwards we headed up the mountain by car to mostly look around. And as a result, you get to enjoy the car ride there, us looking around. And then in the evening I went for a photography run. So the rest of this video is just music and footage. Enjoy.